So let's do some practice with isometric sketching using section 2.1, number 2. We're going to look at this object. So we're going to look at the overall. First off, do some estimates. If we didn't already have the grids, we'd need to have some kind of scale set up. But if we look at this, we can go 1, 2, estimate about 3, 4, 5, 6 tall. These are already set up, so you're not going to run out of room as long as you start in the right corner. So we could look and say, okay, about 7 boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so we'll be tall enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to start right over here in the lower right corner, and we're just going to go ahead and draw this shape. So we're going to start right over here. What you're going to notice is on these sketches, we don't have any horizontal lines across. So we will never cross across open space unless it's because we went a partial block. So in here you see there's a partial block. So we are going to have to cross across those, but we're going to go parallel to our lines. So we're going to end up doing some kind of parallel line up here later. So let's draw this first. So if we notice, we're going to draw that shape. Vertical lines, anywhere we have vertical line on our object is actually going to be a vertical line on our paper. So those will follow our vertical lines here. So we're going to come up one block and come across one block. So we've got our nice block shape there. We're not going to worry about this diagonal line yet because it's kind of hard to follow unless we have 2 points to connect it. So we're going to come and work on this side right over here. So we're going to check and see it comes back 1, 2, 3. So we're going to come back 1, 2, 3. Now we should be right here in this corner. So we're going to go up 1, 2, 3 and a little bit more. So we're going to go up 1, 2, 3 and just a tad bit farther. And now we could, if we'd like, go ahead and do this diagonal line. I'm going to go ahead and connect those. So we're going to go from this point to up here. Be better if I was using a ruler, but I would end up covering up. You wouldn't be able to see much if I had the ruler out there. So now we're going to go back and we're going to do this face right in here. So we're going to come across 2. We're going to go back to this corner that I was showing earlier right there. We're going to come across 2. 2. We're going to go up 3 and a partial. And that's going to connect over to our partial earlier. So this is where it's talking about normally you wouldn't go across these, but since that's a partial, we're still going to go up and connect these across. But notice we are not going horizontal. We're not going across the page. We're never going to go across like this unless it were some special shape. But just for our regular lines, we would never go horizontal across the page. And now we're going to come back over here to this corner, right down here. And we're going to come back 1, 2, 3. So we're going to come back 1, 2, 3. We're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go forward 2, 1, 2. And then we notice we've got a slanted line again, so we're going back to that partial and we're going across it. So we're going to come across here. Okay. Now we're going to draw this top edge. So it's a 2 by 3. So we've already got our 2, 1, 2. So we're going to come across here from this point. We're going to go across 3. 2, 3. We do whichever way you'd like to do. We can come across the back and draw across 3. So that'd be this back corner going over to this corner. And then we'll connect that. And now at that point, all we've got left is this diagonal line going across. So we'll come across and make the diagonal line come down to here. And then all we've got left is some shading. What you want to do with shading is just trying to make the faces look the same. So to start with, you may want to say, okay, where is the sun shining? And on this one, this is light, designating the sun is fully shining on that. And this is very light. So we must have a sun that's somewhere up here in this direction. So sometimes to help me keep track, I'll just go ahead and draw my little sun off here to the side and a little light ray shining down. So we know that this is going to be very light, this is going to be very light. And so this should be our darkest area. So you can do dots if you would like to show shading. I just kind of do scribbles, keep them at the same angle across. And then we know that the light's not going to hit this. This is a similar side, so it should be about the same type of shading. And that this face and this face would get a little bit of light in there. So we can change that up just a little bit and just very lightly go across. Just a quick way to help kind of designate the faces. And that's how you do an isometric sketch. Now you can practice with number 3.